talk to you about Chrome Developer Tools, which is a set of web developer tools built directly into Chrome web browser. And also, if you use Firefox or Opera or any other web browser, you should also have the developer tools. So the developer tools allow us to perform various tasks such as viewing the console, checking the logs, even running JavaScript code, debugging, and inspecting various elements of our DOM and a bunch of other good features. Now in here, what I want you to do is go to google.com for now, and then right click on the page. So this could be with any web browser, as I said, and then go to inspect. So now that you have inspected, you have Chrome Developer Tools open. In here, you have a bunch of things, but let me quickly walk you through. So here, elements. So this is the actual DOM element, so the HTML for google.com. So you can see this is the HTML. Then you have the console. So here, this is where you can basically run some JavaScript code. So if I say console.log, and then if I say 1 + 1 run, you can see that this gives me 2 sources. So this is, you can see all the sources for this page. So JavaScript, CSS, images, and whatnot. Then you have performance insight. So this allows you to debug your performance of your website. Then you have network. So here you can actually see the network activity for whatever page that you have. Then performance, memory for profiling stuff, application for checking local storage, session, cookies, cache, security. So here you can view the certificate, work connection. And if I click on this arrow in here, you've got a bunch of other things in here, and you can see that it's quite extensive. Now, what I want you to know for now is the network tab. So let's go ahead and here, so basically select network and reload your page. So let's just reload the page. And here, have a look. So when you reload the page, the network tab gives us all the HTTP requests occurred in this page. So you can see that here we've got the name of the requests, and we've got the status, type, initiator, size, and time, and waterfall. So all of these were 200, so which means that they're all fine. So the request succeeded, and you can see 204 in here, which is another response type which falls under 200 and 299. And basically you can see that when we visit google.com, it has to load all of these resources in order for us to actually see the page. So here, have a look. We've got the logo. So the logo comes from HTTPS and then lh3.google user content, and this is the path. I can actually preview, and you can see that this is my picture. So here, if I go to headers, you can see that this was a GET request. The status code is a 200, and this was actually retrieved from the cache. You can also see the response headers. So this is what came back. So the length, the content type, the date, so various things. Also the request headers. So we've covered all of these. You can see the refer, which is google.com, the Chromium version, the platform, macOS, user agent, Mozilla, Macintosh, and you can see that this is actually Google Chrome. Yeah, so this gives us a bunch of information about the page. So all the requests that were sent to the server, so Google servers. So here you can also view the response, but here there's nothing actually available. But if I go to preview, and you can see that we have google.com. So this actually is the page itself, right? So you can see that we can preview, and this is what this first request in here is about. So www.google.com. If I reload again, you can see that the type of it is document. If I click on it, and here you can then inspect all the requests. So you've got the favicon, you've got some logs, So log, this was play.google.com, log, and the actual response, if you look carefully, this is a JSON object. So I can actually preview, and this gives me a better look at it. So you can see that this is some information that basically this page needs. So this actually is a REST API, right? Now you see that here you can actually filter all the requests. So if you want just JavaScript, if you want just CSS, all the images, media, and this one here, so fetch, you can see all the HTTP requests that are sent. So if I click on fetch, you can see that these are all the HTTP requests that were sent to the server. And XHR really stands for XML HTTP request. So basically, these are objects which are used to interact with servers, basically, right? So these come from the server itself. And then obviously you can filter. So all the JavaScript stuff, you can see type JavaScript, CSS. So this is all the CSS that styles the page itself. You can check the performance. And for that, you have to follow the instructions. Same with memory. And in here, application, you can see local storage. So this is everything that Google does stores into your web browser, and you can go and read. And also they store some other stuff with cookies, but basically let's have a look. Session storage as well. So this is what they store, IndexedDB, Web SQL, cookies. So have a look at the cookies that they store, and you can see that here you can find, you know, useful information. But for us, really, we are interested in the HTTP requests which are sent to servers. So for that, fetch, or you could basically say all, and then you can filter down. So let's explore the network tab for our API that we've just built.